Hello traders, and welcome to this week's session where I teach you how to trade gold on the PrimeXBT platform. Now, gold was initially introduced into the stock exchange back in the 1970s and was introduced in the form of futures contracts, but prior to the 1930s, gold was actually seen as the gold standard and a form of fiat currency. Now, in today's times, traders actually love to speculate on the price of gold, and they actually see it as a form of a safe haven, especially during times of economic uncertainty. So let's dive into gold, and let me show you today how you can trade it on the PrimeXBT CFD platform. So let's dive right into how you can trade gold on our CFDs platform. Now, it's actually really easy to do. If you have not already got an account set up, you can do so by going via our main landing page, where you can then obviously make your deposits and however you want to trade within the platform. So it's pretty easy to do. I'm going to show you how you can make a deposit function. So it's pretty simple. You just click on deposit. You can then choose if you want to deposit via fiat or via crypto or whatever it may be. Once the funding then lands in your account, like I've showed you in the previous tutorials, you will then have to move your funding out of your main wallet address and into your CFDs platform. For today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to trade gold. And now obviously gold does not sit on our crypto futures platform. So you're going to have to make the transfer from your wallet address into your actual CFDs platform. Now it's really easy to do. You simply click on transfer. You select the wallet in which your funding is sitting. So if it's, for example, in Bitcoin or whatever it may be, and then you simply just click how much you want to send over and you choose your desired wallet. Now, if you do so by clicking on here, you've got two options, either the crypto futures platform or CFDs trading. So for today's example, I'm going to show you how you can do that on our CFDs platform. You then go confirm. The funding will then leave your wallet address and will actually enter into your CFDs trading platform account. Now, in order for you to actually visually go see where that is sitting, you would have to navigate to this top taskbar over here. You can there see we've got buy crypto, CFDs trading, as well as crypto futures. So for today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can trade gold on the CFDs platform. You simply click on this link. It will then come up with all of these various options. So I've already got gold set up here, but if you wanted to actually go and navigate for gold itself, you would probably need to go and change your function, right? So if you have a look at the top left corner, you've got all markets, CFD, crypto, and Forex. So remember, gold is a commodity, so it's going to be sitting in our CFD section. So you're not going to find it in the crypto or the Forex section. So you can simply click on CFDs. You can navigate down here. You see it will say gold. You can then click on gold and it will then pop up this chart, right? So for example, let me just show you. If I click another chart like German 30, for example, you can see how it navigates and toggles you to the different charts, right? Once you are in here, it's actually really easy. You'll now see the funding that you moved over from your main wallet address account. It should sit in your top balance that says either balance, equity, or unrealized profit, right? So that's actually where your funding is going to sit, where you'll need to make the trades from, right? Now, based on how you would like to execute, so for example, I'm going to show you how you can execute a buy or sell position. It's quite easy. You simply navigate to where it says buy or sell. You click on the button. Let's say, for example, I want to show you how to buy. You then choose, do I want my order type to be either market, limit, or potentially a stop order? You can change that by simply clicking on this function over here. So for example, let's say I wanted to do a limit order. And let's say, for example, I wanted to buy 2.5 lots or contracts. I can simply change that over here. Let's say I want to do 3. And then obviously I would need to set my limit price. Now remember, if price is trading above a certain level, and let's say example, you want to set a buy limit, you're going to have that buy limit order sitting a little bit lower. So for example, we are currently trading at around $2,600. So let me change that to say $2,500. That's my limit entry, right? Now you have the option to enter your protection orders, which are kind of seen as your stop loss and as well as your take profit levels. So if you want to do that, you simply click on this level here. It will then pop up with the stop loss and a take profit area. You then say, okay, cool. If price goes to say $2,400, remember that's going against you if you're in the buy, then you want to be stopped out. So for example, let's just change that now. You'll then see, okay, cool. If price actually trades against my limit order at $2,500, I'm going to lose $300 based on this calculation, right? So the calculation is actually done automatically for you. And let's say, for example, if I want to change this around, it will actually change your projected loss based on that. Now, the same is said for the take profit levels too. So for example, if I want, let's say, for example, my take profit to be around $2,700. So that's basically saying that if price taps me in at $2,500 and then trades higher into $2,700, I will then make a projected profit of around $598. And that shows you over here, right? So it's actually really easy to do. I then click send order. Do I want to confirm this order? I say yes. Boom. Now you'll see that the order will be placed. Now remember, this is not an active position. So I've mentioned this before in the past. You're going to have to go over to where it says orders. So if you have a look over here on your top left corner or bottom left corner here, it says orders. You will then see, okay, cool. I've got a limit order for 3 contracts at a price of $2,500. If I want to change that, right, I can simply click on it. It will then show me this little margin calculator, and you can pretty much go into this section here and modify it as you wish, right? So for example, let's say I want to cancel this order. I simply click on exit, and then it will be confirmed and it's no longer sitting active, right? So that's pretty much how you would set a buy limit. The same will be said for a sell limit. Now, if you wanted to actually market execute a position, you would basically do the same thing. However, you would need to actually click on the market section. Now, remember, market execution is actually going to execute live right there and then in the moment. So it's not necessarily saying that if price gets to a certain level, I want to buy in here. It's basically saying that if price is executed right here and then, I'm going to execute at this current price. So for example, we are trading at $2,642. So let's say, for example, I wanted to do a sell example, right? Let's say I wanted to sell at the current price. I would then simply say, okay, cool. How many lots do I want to do? I would make sure it is on market. Remember, not limit or stop orders for these examples. So if I want to do a market position of say 3 lots, I then simply change this. Maybe let's say, for example, I want to do 5, right? Then if you want to quickly market execute something, so you don't have time to put in the stop loss or the take profit, you can simply send the order and confirm. It's not going to do anything to you in terms of your protection order section. However, maybe you just don't actually have enough time and you want to execute on price like right there and then. That's the way you can do it. And then you can simply come and modify your take profit and stop loss after the fact has happened. So if, let's say, for example, you're really interested in a trade and you want to execute right there and then, that's how you would do it. And then I would always kind of come back into this section and modify my take profit and my stop loss. So let's say, for example, I wanted to get stopped out at say $2,680 and I wanted my take profit level to be around say 2,500. It will then tell me, okay, cool. If price moves against me and it goes up to 2,680, I will be stopped out for $186. However, if it goes in my favor, I will win $700. So you can see that's already quite a nice risk to reward. If I modify this position, it will then modify it for you. You need to obviously then confirm. And now you'll see all of a sudden I've got a take profit and a stop loss level. So it's a really cool function, right? So let's say, for example, you now want to actually see how that position is running on your chart, right? You would need to now go into the section where you can see your trade is running. You can simply click on where it says 5 lots, right? And then you can see all of a sudden you can either modify your position again, or you can also visually see where your stop loss is sitting, right? So for example, let's say you maybe want to move it out a bit, or you want to maybe make it a little bit closer. You can simply drag and drop this function over here. It will then ask you, do you actually want to do this modification? You can click yes, and then it will change your order based on that, right? So it's quite a cool tool. It's basically the same set for the take profit level. So let's say, for example, I actually wanted to make my take profit level a bit higher, and then you can simply drag and drop it like this. So it's quite a cool function. It's really easy to use. And then once obviously you've done your position, let's say, for example, you actually want to get out of this position right now, you don't want to be sitting in this short position any longer, then you can simply just go click on where it says X. You can confirm you want to close the position. Maybe let's say, for example, you don't want to actually close your full position, you just want to close half of it. then you can simply modify that by doing that over here. So let's say, for example, I just wanted to close half. I can go confirm. Now remember, it won't actually close out your full position. It'll just close out half of your position. So that is pretty much how you can navigate on our CFDs platform in terms of how you can trade gold. Right, it's really easy to use. It's super simple. Let's say, for example, I actually wanted to get out of this position completely now. I simply go close and go confirm. And then, for example, if I wanted to go and see that now in my histories tab, you can go and see over here. Here's the history of all my trades that I just taken now to show you guys. And if you want to maybe say add a couple of widgets, you can do so by simply clicking on this plus button. You can choose, do I want to actually have like a watch list in? Do I want to see my full dashboard? Do I want to see more orders, trades, messages? So you can simply click on positions, for example, orders, and then you'll see it'll add all of these goodies in here for you. If you don't want them in, you can simply go click exit. And that's pretty much how you can execute both buys and longs. Buys and shorts, on the CFDs platform. So it's a really easy platform to use. Obviously, once you've got a little bit more used to how the CFDs platform works, it's really easy to use in terms of navigating to our other pairs. So let's say, for example, you want to choose a different pair, such as another commodity or whatever, you may go and navigate this under our CFD section too. So that's pretty much a summary of how you can trade gold on our CFDs platform. So stay tuned for more market updates and for next week's tutorial where I'll show you something a little bit different.